Before we get into it, I want to give a huge shout out to State Farm for sponsoring today's video. They've inspired me and other creators like myself to share our stories and really reflect on how far we've came on this journey. So shout out to State Farm. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while now, chances are you probably know that I run a clothing brand with my good friend, Tang.
We got Tang, AK, Puerto Rico! What up, y'all?
We've been running Richie Le Collection for about 3 years now, but when we were just getting started, it was not smooth sailing. So you guys know when people take the Nike swoosh and then they put their own phrase or whatever above it? That's what we were gonna do as our very first t-shirts. Well, less than 5 minutes after releasing the product photos, we ended up getting an email from supposedly Nike saying they were gonna sue us for everything we got if we released the t-shirts. Nice. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty scared. Until this day, I don't even know if it was really Nike, but we still wanted to release the t-shirts, so this is what we ended up doing. Me and Tan called over 20 lawyers and basically got a bunch of free consultations until we got the information that we needed. I mean, what do you expect? We had like $2 in a bank account. We didn't have any money for lawyer fees. So 20 consultations later, we found out in order to legally release these t-shirts, we had to switch up the Nike swoosh a little bit. So with that being said, we changed it to chopsticks. So that was one of the first hurdles we had to overcome. The next was evolving these merch tees into a full cut and sew line that you guys know today as Richie Le Collection. And although this is what got the ball rolling, the inspiration and drive to start a clothing brand actually started way before this. And that's what I want to get into in today's video. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what really inspired me to start Richie Le Collection and what it means to me today. So for myself growing up, you know, I wasn't the most talented, I wasn't the most athletic, nor did my family have a ton of money. But the one thing I did draw a lot of confidence from was my knowledge of sneakers and clothing. I mean, I used to be on the forums for hours, you know, Nike Talk, Soul Collector, you name it. But even though I was into these things that everybody thought was cool, being a token Asian kid, I was still getting picked on. Being into clothing like I was, one of my favorite brands at the time was LRG, Lifted Research Group. Not only did I like the products, but I came to find out it was co-founded by Jonas Bavakwa, who happened to be of Vietnamese descent like myself. Being that my parents were immigrants and growing up in areas that were predominantly non-Asians, seeing someone in the clothing space and that was successful literally meant everything to me. This showed me you could do way more with sneakers and clothing than just spending your money on it. It was the one time I saw someone who looked like myself actually doing things that I eventually wanted to accomplish. He was getting interviewed by Diddy, designing clothes with Kanye, basically really pushing the envelope for Asians like myself. Unfortunately, in 2011, Jonas ended up passing away. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty sad that one of my inspirations had passed away. So with everything that I do now, whether it's the channel or our clothing, I try to pay homage to him and basically acknowledge the foundation that he built for guys like myself. So how does this all pertain to Richie Le Collection? I mean, it's simple. If whatever I'm doing can inspire someone who may or may not feel comfortable in their own skin, gain a little bit of confidence, then I've done my job. And I know clothing and image can be very superficial, and I'm not saying it's the most important thing in life, but I also understand what it did for myself growing up and what it really means to a lot of kids nowadays. And now with social media and everybody flexing, it made me more today than it actually did back then. Whether it's putting on one of our pieces and feeling like you got a dope outfit on, or maybe it's as deep as boosting your confidence within your cultural identity, kind of like LRG did for me when I was a kid. So with that being said, I really got to thank you guys for the continued support throughout the years. I mean, you guys have really seen us go through it all. You know, obviously we're not perfect, we made a ton of mistakes, but we are committed to getting better and hopefully just making a lot of dope products for you guys for years to come. So that right there, my friends, is a real reason why we started Richie Le Collection. And I also got to give you guys a huge thank you for all the support, like I said, and a huge thank you to State Farm as well for sponsoring today's video. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, I'm out. Peace. All right, guys, thank you for checking out today's video. And once again, huge thank you to State Farm for inspiring me to share today's story with you guys. If it's one thing that you guys could take away from today's video is whatever you're passionate about, whatever you like consuming, try to take that and transition it into something that you could build for yourself. Don't just be a consumer, try to create something as well. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions questions, or if you guys have any questions about your guys' own careers or the journey or even starting your own clothing brand, I'm all ears in the comments down below. Thank you for checking out today's video. It was a cool switch up. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.